Hello.
Hello, Lucy. Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. And you?
Great, yes.
How was your day yesterday?
Like always.
Okay.
but it was everything good.
Okay. Awesome. Anything new?
No, nothing.
Okay. Well, for me, it was actually different. It was raining all day here.
Ah, okay.
And
It, is it still cold or not?
yes. Oh, yes. Well, not as cold as it was yesterday, but even my dogs don't want to wake up that early. So, uh, yesterday, yeah, it was raining all day for some reason. I don't know. It usually it only rains in the afternoon, and that's it. But yesterday all day, so
Ah,
I guess we're getting very close to the winter. That's when it
okay.
rains too. It rains all day. But anyhow, okay. So we are in module 11, and we completed the second unit. So we're going to start the third unit. Okay.
Okay.
And well, let's get to it. I have a lot of things to learn today. Give me just a second. All right. So predict topics in a conversation, listen for details of recalled information, and listen for the speaker's main intentions. Also for the audio, listen to understand main ideas in a lecture. Okay. Any questions about the information that we are about to read?
No.
Okay. And let's see. For speaking, reminding someone about past events, commenting about memories, and expressing regret. Okay.
Okay. No.
What is regret?
Uh, like you do something but then you feel like upset or
Okay. Yes. You realize that maybe it was not the best option.
Mhm.
Okay. Grammar, future conditional, past perfect, infinitives after adjectives and nouns. For pronunciation, stressing words with any, every, some, no. Rising intonation to ask for clarification. And the reading of vocabulary, no changes in the objectives. Writing, pre-writing technique, make a list, select relevant facts, and write a descriptive paragraph about a specific coffee. Write a topic sentence, okay?
Okay.
So we have a lot of things to cover. Let's see. Let's get into the video section, okay? So Nick and Talia are in the restaurant. They secretly placed a microphone at Jackie and Dean's table. They have just listened to a conversation between Dean and Jackie. So predict, what do you think she has decided to do?
Go back to the newsline office.
Okay. So let's watch the video. You ready?
Yes.
They admitted everything.
And we got it all recorded with my Magic Figures app.
How did you know that they would talk about the whole kick shoes thing and me?
I saw Jackie's face when I mentioned kick shoes. I knew she would tell Dean as soon as she could.
This is fantastic. I'm so relieved
No,
that.
leave that on. People will recognize you.
Right. Oh, this is a relief. I was beginning to think it was all over for me. You may have saved my life.
Are you ready to go? If we leave now, we'll still be able to catch Tony.
The news has already been on. There's nothing we can do to change it.
I guess you're right.
Why don't we finish dinner?
But if we leave now, Tony will still be in the office.
Look, Talia. This whole thing's about to be cleared up. Why don't we just take a little time to enjoy ourselves?
Of course. You're right. Sorry. And besides, it's Valentino's. And I am with a star.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're right. Talia wants to go to the office, but Nick is like, oh, well, why not order some pasta or something?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go into more questions. Give me just a second. Okay, so read each question and choose the correct answer.
How does Nick feel after he heard Jackie and Dean's conversation? Very pleased that they admit what they did. Talia knew that Dean and Jackie were going to talk about Nick. How did she know this? Talia talked to Jackie early and upset her. Talia says, if we leave now, we will be able to catch Tony. What does Talia want to do? She wants to get to the news line before Tony leaves. At the end of the scene, what does Nick suggest they do? Enjoy the rest of the evening together.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. No problem, right? So
Yeah.
now let's go into the second set of questions. So click on the box and choose the correct answer.
Okay. When Talia says we got it on record, she means that she and Nick have a recording of Dean and Jackie's confession. Talia wants to walk to Tony as soon as possible because she wants to stop him arguing the story about Nick Donald. Near the end of the scene, Talia apologized to Nick because she made Nick feel like she didn't want to spend time with him. At the end of the scene, Talia says, besides, this is Valentino's, and I'm with a star. She means that she'll just relax and enjoy dinner with Nick at a fancy restaurant.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's watch the second part of the video. So Nick and Talia decided to stay. After looking at the picture, they are reminiscing or talking about past memories. So what do you think they're talking about?
Their college days.
Okay, sounds fair, right? Okay, let's watch the video.
I have a confession tonight.
Oh no, a confession? I thought this whole thing was over.
No. It's not about that. It's about us.
Us. Us as in you and me?
Remember that night in college when we were studying for our Shakespeare final?
Of course I remember it. I remember it well.
Oh, I'd wanted to ask you out.
Wow, so why didn't you?
Well, I heard you had a boyfriend.
Oh, no. Well, I did have a boyfriend, but we had split up earlier in the semester.
I didn't know that. I guess
I'm not seeing anyone now, though. You know?
Tutte bene? Is everything all right? Can I get you un caffè, tea, cappuccino?
I'll have a cappuccino.
that too.
Okay, that guy scared me. Okay, so let's see. They're college days, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go into some questions. All right, so let's read each question and choose the correct answer.
At the beginning of the scene, Nick says, I have a confession to make. What is Nick's confession? He wanted to ask Talia out when they were in college.
Okay.
Nick asked Talia if she remembers something. What is it? Studying with him for an exam.
Exam?
Yes. Why did Nick ask Talia out when they were in college? He thought she was already dating someone else. What does Talia tell Nick about her boyfriend in college? They had stopped dating before Nick and Talia began studying together.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. No problem, right? Let's go into the second set of questions. So click on the box and choose the correct answer.
At the beginning of the video, Nick says it's about, whereas when she hears his, Talia probably feels curious and excited because she has strong feelings for Nick.
2.
Nick asked Talia, do you remember that night in college when we were studying for our Shakespeare final? When Talia says, I remember it well, she probably means I remember the class because you were in it. Talia says, I'm not seeing anyone now. This is an indirect way of saying the other. I'm available now if you want to go on a date. At the end of the scene, when the waiter interrupts Nick, Nick is probably going to ask Talia on a date.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so I guess we don't have any questions in regards to the videos. So
No.
let's move on to the vocabulary. Give me just a second. Okay, so I wanted to ask you out then. In the video, Nick says to Talia, I wanted to ask you out then. The word pool below contains additional words and phrases related to dating and romance. So let's click on the label and see what they mean. Most of them are expressions, okay? So let's see. We might be familiar with some of these words or expressions, but let's see. Ask someone out is a phrasal verb. To ask someone to go to a restaurant, film, etc. with you, especially because you want to start a romantic relationship with them. He wanted to ask her out, but he was too shy. Okay. Can you help me with the rest of them?
Be in a serious relationship. To be in a romantic relationship that is meant to continue for a long time. I don't think they are in a serious relationship. They have only been dating for a month. Be on the rebound. To be upset or confused because a romantic relationship you had has ended. When you are on the rebound, it's easy to make bad decisions. So be careful. Be seeing somebody. To be having a romantic relationship with someone. Is Padam still seeing Margot? Fix somebody up. Informal, to provide a suitable partner for someone to meet in a romantic way or have a romantic relationship with. If you want, I can fix you up with a date for the party. Go on a blind date. To have an arranged meeting between a man and a woman who have not met each other before. I went on a blind date and I was pretty nervous about going out with someone I hadn't even met. Have a crush on somebody. to have feeling of romantic love for someone, especially for someone you do not know very well. Use especially about feeling that teenagers have. I had a terrible crush on Mel Gibson when I was in high school. Play hard to get. To try to make it difficult for someone to have a relationship with you. Mary seems unfriendly, but she's just playing hard to get. Play the field. To have many different romantic relationships. Renato gave up playing the field when he finally decided to get married. Split up. If two people split up,
Split up.
they end their
Split up.
romantic relationship or marriage. Glenda and Kay were always arguing, so they finally decided to split up.
Okay. Are any of these expressions new to you?
Be on the rebound,
Okay.
split up.
What about the rest?
No,
At some point you had heard of them, right?
yes,
You had listened to them. Maybe from a book, sitcom, movie. Okay. So let's see. Let's go back into the exercise and test our knowledge. So choose the best description and click the correct answer. So number 1.
Kenji asked Nobuko out. They weren't in a relationship yet. They will certainly see each other again. Her relationship has recently ended. She had a boyfriend. No. She had a boyfriend. They just went on their first date. She has never dated someone she hasn't met before. This isn't serious love. He dated many women. It wasn't easy to get a date with her. Their relationship ended.
Okay. Ended. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go now into the second exercise. So complete the sentences, drag and drop the answers into the correct blank. So let's see. The same vocabulary, but different scenarios. Number 1. Can you help me with the reading?
Okay. It was a big surprise when Morty and Anna split up Trish, my wife's best friend, was in town, so we asked her out with my brother Jeff.
Ask her out?
Yes.
Okay, let's put it here. 3.
Loretta date a lot of guys last summer. In fact, she really played the field. Every guy in the office wanted a date with Sophie, but she refused all their invitations. She always played hard to get. It was a long time before I had the courage, but I finally asked her out. And the other fixed her out.
Okay, that's more like it. Let's see. All right. Now let's go into the third exercise. So the same exercise, number 1.
I think Mariko is. Sing some bass. Do you think Arturo and Linda are going to get married? It looks like a crash. No. Okay, no, it's 3. Steve just has a crash. Goran is on the rebound. Do you think Bill would like it if we arrange a blind date?
Blind date, okay. So
A
number 2.
serious relationship.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So no questions, right?
No.
Okay. So new vocabulary. Let's go into the speaking section, okay? We have some phrases to review. Give me just a second. Okay, so when you remember, in the video Nick asked Talia, do you remember that night in college when we were studying for our Shakespeare final? When we are talking to an old friend or colleague, we sometimes remind each other about past events. So reminding about past events, okay? And we have 2 columns. So let's listen to this information. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you remember when we went to the championship game together?
Remember when we went to the championship game together?
Do you recall the time we went to the championship game together?
I was just thinking about when we went on that trip to California. Do you recall having that class together in college?
Okay. So you can start reminding about past events in a question form using auxiliaries. Okay. Or you can do it without an auxiliary.
Okay.
Okay. Just don't forget you're asking a question. You can use such words as such remember, recall. This case, first person that you were thinking, just to make it a statement, not necessarily a question. Okay.
Okay.
So in the video, Talia says, of course, I remember it well. We can make positive or negative comments about shared past events. Okay. So when you're commenting about memories, positive and neutral, we have some negative responses. Let's listen to this.
I remember that well.
That was a great class.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? We had a great time, didn't we?
Sure, I remember. How could I forget?
Oh, don't remind me.
What a nightmare that was.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
All right. So remembering. In the video, Nick says, I had wanted to ask you out. He's expressing a regret. Sometimes we express a regret about past events. So let's see, expressing regret. And we have 3 different scenarios. Are you ready?
Okay, yes.
I wish I had worked harder.
I should have worked harder.
I guess I should have worked harder.
I really wanted to ask you out. I missed my chance to ask you out.
I'll always regret not taking that class.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No questions?
No question.
Okay, let's have an exercise and see if we understand everything clearly. So let's see. All right, read the dialogue, then read the question and choose the correct answer. Number 1.
Remember when we went skiing in the Alps? I remember that well. I hope we can go back someday. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Okay,
Hello, sorry.
hello, no problem. So let's see, number 2.
Okay. I was just thinking about our first journalism class at the college. Oh, don't remind me. I did so badly on the final exam. I really wish I had studied more. I should have studied more.
Okay, I should have studied more.
I was just thinking about that qualifying match we lost last year. That was a tough match, wasn't it? Do you recall that qualifying match we lost last year? Remember when we met to the rock on concert? What a nightmare that was.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
No? All right. So let's go over the other listening section, but audio, okay? Okay, so memories. In the video, Nick and Talia talk about their memories of their class together in college. Are their memories accurate? You're going to hear a segment of a lecture by a psychologist who specializes in memory. Okay, so complete the notes by dragging and dropping the words in the correct blanks. Look at each statement and look at the options, and then let me know you're ready so we can play the audio, okay?
We all remember important events and no, es que you will have to listen.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Just scan the information and let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Do you remember your first day of school? Do you recall the time you met your best friend? Do you remember the last time you saw your grandfather? Well, of course you do. We all recollect important events and people in our lives. Thousands and thousands of events and people. But how does the memory actually work? And how accurate is our memory? Now, most people think that the memory is like a video recorder that records every event accurately and stores it intact, like a videotape on a shelf. Then years later, when we remember something, we just replay the tape, and presto, our memories of those events are perfectly clear. All the sights, sounds, and so on are replayed accurately. Well, this may be a logical way to think about memory, but actually, research on human memory has shown that our memories really aren't like video recordings at all. No, instead, our memories are a combination of several mental processes. Our memories are constructed out of images from the original event, plus our emotions, beliefs, imagination, dreams, and the many things we have heard or read since that time. For example, When we think we are remembering a major event, like our first day of high school or a job interview, we are actually reconstructing the event, adding to it or altering it as a result of all these different mental processes. And our memories, unlike video recordings, change over time. They're not the same from day to day or year to year because the connections in our brain change constantly. Our memories are also influenced by the situation and the people around us. When you're talking to one of your parents at home, you will remember something one way. If you are talking with a close friend at school, you'll remember it differently. So, the next time you recall an event, remember your memories are never really a true video recording of what happened. They're always enhanced and altered versions of the event.
Okay. So you ready?
Yes. The first one is people, then video recorder, processes, event, time, and situation.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, no problem, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's go into some reading. And that means new vocabulary. Give me just a second. Okay, so pre-reading, can you help me?
Coffee is the most popular beverage in the world. What
Yep.
do you know about coffee? A warm, sunny climate.
Okay. Warm and sunny climate.
No, a cool and sunny climate.
A cool and sunny climate, okay?
The bean. It makes them feel awake and lively.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this question varies. It depends on the type of coffee, right?
Yes. What is the correct answer?
A warm and sunny climate.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go into the second set of questions. All right. So read each sentence, drag and drop the answers into the correct blanks. You will not use all the words. Number one.
Okay. The cappuccino is always very good at the restaurant. The cappuccino is their specialty. The frozen cappuccino is their specialty.
Okay. Number two.
Mountainous areas produce good coffee. Coffee growing regions.
regions?
Yes. You should. What is brew?
Okay, so brew means, for example, when you have tea and you put it in water and you let it rest so that you can let the nutrients be released in the water. That's the
Okay.
process of brewing.
Boiling.
You mean the
Yes.
definition?
You should boiling this coffee carefully.
Well, it's in the continuous form. Is it correct?
You should boiling this coffee carefully.
Well, you are saying that it's hot.
Yes. What it can be.
Well, boiling means when the water is releasing energy. When
Okay.
it reaches 100 degrees Celsius.
And sip.
Well, that means when you take a small drink.
Okay, you should sip this coffee carefully. Many people believe that Ethiopian coffee has a special bitter flavor that no other coffee has. Many kinds of nuts and beans are more flavored when heated over a fire. This is why coffee beans are unique.
So it's telling you about heated over a fire.
These are
What happens when you put something, food under a fire? It gets cooked. That's right.
boiling.
No, that's water. That's for water. Let's go to the next one, okay?
Okay. Around the world, people use different methods to roast their coffee.
It's in the past. Does it fit?
Brew their no. The seven. Many people use automatic coffee makers. Many people are busy that they only drink instant coffee. I love sweet things and dislike sour, our bitter things. That's why I can drink coffee unless I had a lot of sugar.
All right. So we need to choose 3 and we got 5. Let's go over number 4. What's a special?
Unique.
Okay. So when you heat something so that it gets cooked under a fire,
What is brew?
I mentioned it already. When you let something be steamed or in water and it releases the nutrients.
Okay. In 6, it can be brew.
Okay. What about 5?
Energize.
It's not in the correct tense in order to fit. It should get, and even you wanted energized to be fit there, it needed to be.
Roasted.
Okay. What is roasted?
I don't know.
Okay. Think about chicken.
Okay, okay.
How there are many ways to prepare chicken. You can fry chicken, you can barbecue chicken, or you can roast it, put it on a fire.
Okay.
Rostizado, okay? Rostizado. So let's see. Okay. So I'm guessing a lot of this vocabulary is new.
Yes.
Okay. Just take a picture so you can review it.
Okay.
All right. And let's go into the reading article. Okay. So, world coffee craze. Read each sentence, click on the box and choose the correct answer. But first we need to read the article. Can you help me?
Okay. Have you ever sipped a cup of Jamaican Blue Mountain, Indian Mysore, or Sumatra Mandela? If you have, you are part of the specialty coffee boom that began in the 90s. Specialty coffees come from particular growing regions of the world, where special climate produce coffee beans with unique flavors. After they reach their markets, these special beans are then freshly roasted and properly brewed. People have been roasting and brewing coffee for a very long time. No one is sure who discovered coffee or when it was first made into a drink. A popular story says that long ago a farmer noticed that his goats were acting strangely. They were jumping around with unusual energy and pace. He followed them and saw that they were eating the berries for a certain tree. He tried one, too. It was very bitter, but it energized him and made him feel good. From that moment on, some people say humans began developing ways to enjoy coffee. For centuries, coffee was roasted, ground, and brewed into a hot drink. Then, in the mid-20th century, instant coffee was developed and manufactured. It soon became more popular than brewed coffee because it was fast and easy to make, requiring only boiling water. A new era of coffee began brewing in the 80s and 90s. It started in Berkeley, California with a specialty coffee company named Peet's, but it was another West Coast company, Starbucks of Seattle, Washington, that took the fresh brew coffee, many all over the world. Even tea-loving culture from Britain to China are now enjoying cafe mocha, double lattes, and cappuccino and hip new cafes. Yet, in spite of all new coffees and trendy cafes, instant coffee is still what most people around the world drink every day.
Okay, so you ready?
Yes. The first
Number 2.
one, adding hot water. In the 80s and 90s. Third, get it at coffee bars.
You ready?
Yes.
Well, coffee was discovered earlier, right? 1890s, it became popular because they made an instant coffee.
Okay.
And the boom started where? Not where it was first created, but where it was boomed.
Okay.
Let's see. In the United States. So most people who like coffee drink instant coffee, right? Because
Yes.
it's faster and cheaper.
Yes.
Okay. And according to a popular story, coffee was discovered by a farmer whose goats were acting strangely. They had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyways, that's all for today, man.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And before you go, can you help me with the daily survey?
Yes. Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.